Hi, I'm Jim Gary at Batilipi's Workshop. We've had a lot of rain lately, so I've been working on the interior of our motorhome. Today I've installed all the window shades and also show you how my wife made removable outside sunshades and inside privacy shades for our windshield. There are still a lot of other interior projects you'll be seeing in future videos. If you're interested, there are links to my other videos in the description below, so please like and subscribe. Now let's get on with the video. I'm installing these shades here, and they're going to go just up like this. Then they can be pulled down. They're pull down, push up. The problem is where the brackets have to mount is under here, and this is just 1/8" plywood. It's framed. So I'm going to take a piece of 1x2 and put it behind where that hole's going to be there. And that should act as a nice way to cinch it down. I'm just going to drill the hole a little bit. So it just goes in the hole like this. It's already been drilled out, so I should be able to just screw this right in. Tighten it up when I'm sure it's right. There's the second screw. There. It's nice and secure. It's not going to go anywhere. Now I'm going to put the other one in. Again, I have a 1x2. Back it up. And I'll start the drill hole here. It's going to go here. There we go. Now I have to hold that piece of 1x2 down so I can drill through it. The trouble with RVs is they're so hollow, there's so little structure, you've always got to be creative in getting things screwed down, bolted down right, so they actually hold. So now I'll drill the second hole. And I'm using my nice stainless steel screws that I like to use. There, so that's good and sturdy. This should just snap in. The center mark's here, got the center here. I need to pull this down a little bit. Try it the other way. There we go. There's our shade. It's not a complete light blocker, but give us enough privacy. And when it's up, it's completely out of the way. So I'm getting ready to put this blind up, and it's going to go centered right here up against this top. And it'll be pretty much like the other one. I've got backer 1x2s. This one has 3 brackets. So here's the bracket. It goes in like this, the metal down. So the first thing, I drill the first hole. There seems to be real wood there. Let me take a peek inside here. Yeah, there's a deeper frame there, so I don't need these pieces of wood. Can just screw it directly in. That's nice. I'm started. I guess I can lay down on the job. Oh, that's nice. Comfy bed, too. That's good and sturdy. That'll work. Just a little hard for me to reach this way. There. Here we go. So that should be good. Just have one last one to do. Okay, got them started. Drill them in. That looks a little crooked to me. I'm going to loosen it, see if I can straighten it out. Okay, that should work. Let's see. Just made a little mark so I can keep it centered. I can wash those off later. So I gotta get the back in. That means pull these down just a little bit. Last time I just banged on it with my fist. That did it. So they should just come out, down nice and easy. Go up, nice and easy. Totally out of the way. This still will be an emergency exit. It opens out. There we go. So most of the blinds that I've been putting in that I've shown you were blinds we bought recently. But there's one blind for some reason we bought several years ago when we first got the RV. And it goes on the back window. And I have the blind, but I don't have the brackets. And it's a different construction than the other brand we had. I don't even know what the brand was that we bought it from. It's been sitting around for several years. So I wanted to mount it, and the back window of the van is set inside, so there's sides and a top to it. So I realized I could probably make some brackets myself that would at least let me install it. So I took some just some stainless steel I had, and I cut these 1.5 by 8 inch pieces out with my grinder and finished them off on the sander and did a 90-degree bend in them. I have a brake for that. Then they're getting mounted like this. So it's inside, just underneath this, and this part here is aluminum. So I was able to drill holes and just screw this bracket onto here, and then I can screw this to the wall. I figured out the spacing. If you notice, it sticks out just a little bit, about 1/4 inch past there. That's so it'll fit right into the wall. And then I can just fasten 2 screws here on either side, and that'll hold it in, and we'll be able to use it. So here's the side I haven't done yet. And there's no point in putting it here because that's just plastic that just slides around. But this metal here is where it needs to go. So here's what I'm using to get my little, not quite 1/4 inch gap I need there. To mark, I'm going to drill a hole about here, drill another hole about there. So there's going to be the 2 holes through the aluminum. And this is just the kind of thing you can do rather than spending a bunch of money replacing it or spending hours trying to figure out how to get the original bracket. So I got my holes drilled here. So now I'm just going to hold this in place manually. I got my nice sharp pencil, and I'm going to make a circle where each hole is going to go. There they are. So I'm just going to mark them, punch them, and drill them. So I'm just going to slide this in here, screw it in. And I figured this out that I was going to have trouble with it yesterday, and I've just been mulling it over in the back of my mind, not worrying about it. But now we'll go out there and mount this in. I just got to drill a couple of holes in the steel here. Doesn't really matter exactly where. I'll put one there and one here. I want these holes to be reamed out a little bit because I don't want the screw to bite into these. I want them to bite into the wood below. So here's this side. Still got my marks, so there, there. So they match those. And the main issue will be whether or not I have to do something special if there's no real solid wood behind it. So let's go out to the motorhome and see if this works. So here it goes. And I made those flexible so they can bend or not. Drill a hole. And that's the problem we're going to have, is that there's just this 1/8" plywood, but I have a way to fix that. I was kind of prepared. But let's get both the holes started. So I'm going to line it up to the old hole that I just drilled, and now I'll drill the top one. I'll do the same thing on this side. It's over here. All right. Hole there. And a hole here. What I found out with the motorhome is I can drill a hole and put these in. These are really for sheetrock anchors, sheetrock. But if I drill the same size hole as around here in there, then I can sink one of these in and it'll hold pretty well clamped into that 1/8" plywood. So that's what we're going to do. So I measured around here, and it's 9/32 at the top. So I got a 9/32 bit, drill a 9/32 hole. And I've done this up on the roof when I was installing my solar, and it worked really well. There's the hole. And I also found I can add a little Gorilla Glue, and that kind of helps secure it, I think, over the long run. So I'll apply a little bit of Gorilla Glue, not enough to make too big of a mess, I hope. Then I'll just glue this right, screw this right in. Just leave it like that. That should be good. With RVs, there's just nothing solid half the time. And it's hard to think ahead far enough to do everything right. And I can tell you, the people that built this thing didn't think very far ahead, because they just threw this thing together. So I'm going to let that sit, and I'm going to let the glue dry, and I'm going to come out after dinner and just mount the bracket in there. I just want to give that glue a chance to dry. The glue had time to dry. So let's put this up and just see what it looks like. Now, one thing I've learned with these inserts that I used, they use for wallboard, is to not use the big screws. So I use these smaller, I think they're number 6 screws. I try to put 8s in there and it'll just tear them loose half the time. Here goes. I think everything fit. Let's see if it works. Doesn't seem to want to stay down. I'm going to figure that out eventually. Good enough. So these are the kitchen window blinds, and they're yet another kind of fastener. So when I got the instructions for the ones from this company, they mentioned they show how to install 3 different kinds of fasteners. So this particular kind is a new one, the third one, so we've been through all 3 of the kinds they use. And I think they just use smaller ones, cheaper ones for lighter screens. So it goes on like that. So let's see if this will snap in. So you put the top in first, make sure it's centered. And then I should just be able to tap on it, and it will catch. There goes that one. And there goes that one. Now, the one thing I haven't done yet is put handles on these, and we have these in our house, so I know it's important. You snap around them, and that would certainly work here. If you don't have the handles, you end up grabbing them, and then you get dirt, and you'll see dirt right around here on them. So it's better to put the handles on when you can. But anyway, this works. So this one uses a different kind of clip. We've used these before, but it's different from the little one over the window. So this goes over the door, and it's going to be a side mount. So it's going to be up here, but it'll come down like that, and that'll be fine just for privacy at night. But we don't want it to be in the way when we're opening the door either, so I'm going to have it up. And I've got the center mark here, so I want it to sit about here. That way if it sags a little bit, it won't be sagging on us. Okay, they're both in there nice and tight. These just slip over the top. There. So we've got our shades. So that's why I put it a little bit higher above the door. These things don't always work perfectly. So I just wanted to make sure it was well above where the door is. We've used these in the house, and they tend to, as they get older, saggy. I don't know why this is sagging now, but I'm moving into the living room area, and here's the shade for the living room window. It's quite a bit bigger and much heavier, and the same company though, but they sell, it comes with a different mechanism for attaching it. So for this heavier one, this just slides in like so, and then after you've got it in place, you just lock this arm down and it locks it into place. So we're going to be screwing these in to the cabinet above it and get them all in, snap it in, and then lock it by swinging those little arms. So here's the final living room window shade. It's right here, and I put 2 handles on it, and it fits beautifully. And this is a darkening shade, so that's nice. So it's a cozy living room area. We've got our comfy little chairs there and everything, and cabinets above. So there we go. While we're doing window blinds, window shades, I just wanted to show you the front that my wife put in. She made these white curtains, and they go all across the front windshield on the inside, and they do the side windows for the passenger and the driver. We put them on these tracks, so we built tracks all the way around, plastic ones all the way around the whole windshield. These can be retracted. And we have she built this tie-back mechanism. There's an outside screen for the windshield with, again, pockets with magnets with pockets. One here, there's one here, there's one there. And she's done each side of the screen separately. Let me get back a little bit. So those are just there when we're parked, and those are on the outside. They just keep the light out. Well, that about wraps it up. Thanks for watching. If you found this video useful, please like and subscribe. Bye.